Hey guys, today I wanted to show you a deck that I call not the metric system, cause it's Imperial. No, I give my deck stupid names, okay? Just don't question it. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna go through the deck. If you wanna skip the deck explanation, then there will be chapters in the description. So feel free to just skip to the gameplay if you want. But yeah. So firstly, we got Execute, which is destroy a creature with 2 power or less. Pretty standard card. We can just use this to remove bunch of stuff early game, especially Pilfer creatures or Oblivion Gates if our opponent's on invade. Scouting Patrol, summon a 1/1 Imperial Grunt in each lane. One thing I forgot to note about this deck. Every creature in this deck is an Imperial, and every creature generated by the actions in this deck is also an Imperial. So we are a 100% Imperial deck. Except from if we transform Martin and anything that we grab with Euraxiothan. But apart from that, all Imperials. So Scout and Patrol, just a nice way to generate tokens. Gives us a creature in both lanes right off the bat, so we can trigger things like Supply Runner, Bishop of the Hour, anything like that. So yeah, Scout's Report. Look at the top card of your deck. You may discard it, draw a card. Just a really good source of draw power. Good for ensuring that the card quality of what you're drawing is, just giving you higher quality cards. Bruma Profiteer. When you summon another creature, you gain 1 health. Obviously, we've got a lot of actions that generate multiple creatures, so we'd love to gain a bunch of health off of Bruma Profiteer. City Guard. This is just a 2/3 Prophecy Guard. This is sort of just a better version of Kvatch Soldier because it has Prophecy. We aren't a super Prophecy heavy deck, but I find that this can come in handy a lot of the time. You know, obviously it's not necessarily as good as something like Barrow Stalker, but we're an all Imperial deck, so this is what we're using. Imperial Recruiter. Pilfer, summon a 1/1 recruit in the other lane. Just a really good way of generating tokens. Also good because it places it in the other lane, which I find is really useful because, again, it triggers Supply Runner, Bishop, stuff like that. 5th Legion Trainer. When you summon another creature, give it +1/+0. Pretty much the same purpose as Bruma Profiteer. We're going to be summoning a bunch of creatures, and we love to buff them up. Priest of the 8. Summon, draw a card if you have 2 other willpower creatures. We don't have a huge amount of draw power in this deck, so I wanted to put in Priest of the 8 just to help cycle things a bit. We are a mostly willpower deck, and this guy's fairly easy to trigger most of the time. 1 Scouting Patrol is enough to turn his effect on. So hopefully we'll be getting pretty good value most of the time. Even if you're not going to draw a card of this guy, he can still be useful just to contest what your opponent's doing. So yeah. Necromancer's Amulet. Support. When a friendly creature dies, gain 1 health. Since we're summoning a lot of creatures, a lot of them are going to be dying, presumably. So Necromancer's Amulet is going to help us get a bit more utility out of that. And, when you combine this with Bruma Profiteer, you can easily be gaining, like 4 health a turn just off of the back of your creatures. So yeah, really just a good source of passive health gain. Supply Runner. Summon if you have another creature in each lane, gain +1 max Magicka. You'll notice that the curve on this deck is a little interesting. We do have quite a large amount for drops, but we do have quite a bit of stuff at the higher end of our curve, and Supply Runner is hopefully just going to let us get to that a little bit earlier. Defensive Broomer. Cost 2 less for each friendly creature with 5 or more health. Give friendly creatures +1/+1 and guard. The cost reduction effect isn't necessarily what we're running this card for, although we do have a few cards that can trigger it, like Emperor's Blade for example. But the main reason we're running this is, again, we're just going to have a bunch of creatures on the field most of the time, so this is just a really good way to improve the stat line a bit. And if we do get to reduce the cost, then that's great as well. Edict of Azura. Destroy an enemy creature or support. This is a super strong source of removal, probably one of the strongest removal cards in the game. It's the only support removal that we have in the deck, but I think it's pretty much all the support removal that we're going to need. And the ability to destroy a creature for 4 cost is really powerful as well. Emperor's Blade. Guard, Slay, you gain 3 health. It's a 4/5 for 4, which is a really good stat line, especially considering it's a guard. And it's just another way to passively gain life while we're doing our thing. Imperial Reinforcement. Fill a lane with 1/1 Imperial Grunts. Just another way of generating a bunch of creatures. Legate Ricker. When you summon an Imperial, summon a 1/1 Imperial Grunt in the other lane. As I've mentioned, all of the creatures in this deck are Imperials, so we're going to be triggering this with pretty much every creature that we summon. So hopefully we can get a bunch of value out of that. Martin Septim. At the start of your turn, gain all unspent magicka from your last turn. When you have 30 or more magicka, Martin Septim changes into a 30/30 avatar of Akatosh. Martin is actually my favourite card in the game. I think it's a really fun effect. You know, we don't have much magicka gain other than Supply Runner. But I think even without that, you know, I'm not expecting to trigger the avatar of Akatosh necessarily, but having that unspent magicka gain is a really strong effect. Not to mention it's a 3/7 for 4, which is a really good stat line. So yeah. Midnight Sweep. Prophecy, summon a 2/2 Colovian Trooper with guard in each lane. It's another good way of generating creatures. Prophecy effect can be really clutch sometimes. It's sort of similar to City Guard in that regard, in the sense that you can potentially block lethal with this. So yeah. Munderstone. Support, when you summon a creature, give it a random keyword. I'm generally not a huge fan of this card. I think that the RNG effect is a bit unreliable. Because, you know, like, if you summon an Imperial Grunt, you know, sometimes you can get lethal on it, which is a really good effect. We'd love to see a lethal. But then sometimes you'll get Regenerate, and obviously Regenerate isn't much use on a 1/1 creature. But I figured we're going to be summoning so many creatures with this deck that we can hopefully get quite a bit of utility out of Munderstone. So yeah. Strategic Deployment. Summon 2 1/1 recruits in each lane. Very similar effect to Imperial Reinforcements, but you're splitting it across the lanes, which can help trigger, again, Supply Runner, Bishop of the Hour. You know, I wouldn't say it's better than Imperial Reinforcements because it summons recruits instead of Imperial Grunts, which is notable because recruits do not trigger Priest of the Eight, which is a small detail, but it is something to bear in mind. Training Grounds. Support. When you summon a creature, give it +1/+1. If it shares a type with the top creature in your deck, we're never going to have any creatures in our deck that aren't Imperials, so this is going to trigger 100% of the time. In that regard, it's just sort of a cheaper Divine Fervor. The difference being that when you play this, it isn't immediately going to have an impact like Divine Fervor does, and also the creatures can be silenced. But yeah, just something to bear in mind. Disciple of Namira. At the end of each turn, draw a card for each friendly creature that died in Disciple of Namira's lane. We're just running this as a one-off, but I find that even as a one-off, it's a really handy card to have. You know, like I said before with Necromancer's Amulet, we're summoning a lot of creatures are going to be dying, so this is a really helpful way to draw cards. Yeah. Divine Fervor, I've mentioned before. Support, friendly creatures have +1/+1. And I don't really need to explain this, I think. Just a really solid card. Good way to buff up our creatures. Imperial Might. Support, at the end of your turn, summon a 1/1 Imperial Grunt. Just another way for us to generate tokens consistently. Gives something for our opponent to deal with. We're running it as a one-off because, you know, as much as it might be funny to have 3 of these on the board, I think that 1 is generally enough just to, for our purposes. Piercing Javelin, Prophecy, destroy a creature. Just another really good source of removal. The Prophecy effect can come in really handy, although like I said, we're not a super prophecy heavy deck, we only have 8 prophecies, so it's not going to trigger a whole lot, but if it does then that's great. Bishop of the Hour, summon if you have another creature in each lane, give the top creature of your deck +5/+5. This is a really strong effect, sort of similar to the Ancestor's Battle Axe effect. But yeah, with the setup that we have in this deck, this is probably going to trigger most of the time that you play it. I don't think I've ever had a situation where I've played this and it hasn't triggered, but I guess we'll see in the games. Caliviathan. Other friendly creatures in this lane have guard. At the end of your turn, summon a 1/1 recruit in each lane. This is sort of a stronger version of Imperial Might. This can actually be really difficult for your opponent to answer if they don't have a particularly well-developed field. Giving everything guard in a lane is really useful as well, just to stop your opponent from hitting your face too much. So yeah. Fresh Start, draw 3 cards. This is just really useful in the later turns. Like I said, we don't have a lot of draw power in this deck, so hopefully this will just help refill our hand, and yeah. General Tullius. Summon a 2/2 Colovian Trooper with guard in each lane. When a friendly creature dies, General Tullius gains +1/+1. Again, this generates multiple creatures, and we're going to have a lot of creatures dying, so hopefully General Tullius is going to work pretty well with what we've got going on in our deck. Immolating Blast. Destroy all creatures except for 1 random creature on both sides of each lane. It might seem sort of counterintuitive that we're running this card because obviously the whole purpose of our deck is to generate a bunch of creatures, so you might think that, oh well, we're not going to be getting very much advantage out of this card because we're going to be mainly destroying our own creatures. But Immolating Blast I think is just a really strong card in general. And I think that it's really good if your opponent's sort of overwhelming you, which, you know, can happen. And yeah, I think that leaving a creature in both lanes for us, just so we can trigger these abilities, is pretty good. Empire Dreadmage. Summon if you have another creature in each lane, give a creature -2/-2. I've never really run this card in a deck before, but I think it's a pretty fun ability, and you know, Imperials don't really have a lot of high-end, high-cost threats, so I think Imperial Dreadmage fills that position nicely in this deck. Dawn's Wrath. Destroy all creatures in a lane. Yeah, just good removal. If your opponent's overwhelming you especially, or if you just don't like what they've got going on. And finally we've got Urakshathan. Summon, steal an enemy creature or support, last gasp, your opponent steals it back. We don't have any silence effects in this deck, so you do have to be conscious that your opponent is pretty much always going to be able to get their creature or support back if they destroy your Akshathon. Also, I should note that we do run 11 supports in this deck, all of which are ongoing. So it is possible that if you play your Akshathon, you're not actually going to be able to steal an enemy support because you already have 4 supports down. You know, isn't the end of the world, but again, something to bear in mind. As for how you're supposed to play this deck, it's not super aggressive. You can probably tell judging by our curve. Okay, we are up against Supermuck, the treasure hunter, and they are on a 54 card archer deck. Get rid of that. Gonna keep our supply runner in case we draw something that we can use to trigger it. Like scouting patrol. See what they're gonna do. Nothing. That is cool with me. I'll keep General Tullius. Scouting patrol again. Keep the Bruma Profiteer. I think I might just ring out training grounds next turn. It might be the best option. Probably running Dushnikal Archer.
Easy as hunting a red skeever in the snow. Sovngarde awaits.
So this is like a charge deck. It's pretty cool. Immolating Blast, I think, could come in handy. Play like this. I think I'd rather have the incremental life gain than the 5th Legion trainer getting buffed. Imagine they're gonna kill one of these at least. Bone bow. Okay. Cool. Wonder why they silenced that one.
Close ranks, let nothing through.
Okay, so I think they're just gonna push damage.
Sovngarde awaits you.
Okay. I could just Immolating Blast next turn, because then we can kill all of this. Yeah. That's pretty good. Can play General Tullius next turn.
None will leave this place.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, men, on me.
Awaiting your command.
Hopefully Tullius is kind of difficult for them to deal with. I do like having a guard in both lanes as well. I imagine this deck is running Illusory Mimic. So, okay, they're hovering over this, so I don't Don't imagine that it's long for this world. Maybe they got Yushnikyal. I would like to get this online. You did that in the wrong order, my friend. Okay. That's not the way I would have done it. But, you know, fair enough. I'm gonna play like this.
Long live the Emperor!
Swing that in. And then get some recruits down. Can really start putting on some pressure. I am conscious that they're probably going to have Tazcat at some point. And maybe,
we must protect our stronghold.
So they're probably going to kill this, yeah. That doesn't do anything about our field, though. Okay. Well, I'm fine with that. Gaining me more life. I'm gonna play Mundustone. Fifth Legion Trainer.
Training is over. It's
And
time.
I'm gonna ring out some fire runner.
Cut them down!
Ward's pretty good.
Cut them down!
Gain a bit of life. Deal a bit of damage. Got 2 javelins in hand, so pretty confident that they can. I mean, we can answer. What have they got? There's that. Do they give it? Yeah, okay. I can just javelin that.
Come on!
Fight like a child.
Cut them down!
And yeah, I don't mind breaking
I'll
their
find you
roots.
the finest recruits in Cyrodiil.
That was a misplay.
This one is embarrassed.
Bit too impatient now.
None will leave this place. Bow!
I'm okay with that. Okay. So they're out of territorial vipers now. Unless they have a nest of vipers. Which, I mean, I would respect that.
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
Okay. I am gonna kill this. I know that they're playing it as a distraction, but I don't really want them.
Come on, come on, come on! Cut
I
them
don't really
down!
want them getting any value out of it.
Soldiers, report!
How can I serve?
Those are the 2 worst keywords we could have gotten.
The Black Hand sees all.
There's Ungolin.
See if you can outrun me. I doubt
It's been
it.
fun.
But this is where our little game ends.
Dunma Tyro. Okay. There's our training
Come on,
grounds.
come on! Into the breach!
Nobody breaks the law on my watch. Stop right there, primitive scum!
I'll take that. They're gonna swing into this. I imagine that they're running
Your death will be
Stormcloak Vanguard, so they might use that to kill this. Just cliff racer. Okay. They're getting real aggressive.
I'll scout ahead.
I really like Clivia.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Bow to these provincial.
Standing by.
That's pretty good. I like this deck though. I like what they're doing.
We must protect our stronghold.
And they're just gonna kill this. Yeah, okay. Well, in theory I have lethal next turn. Archer doesn't have that many prophecy cards. Okay, we no longer have lethal, but that's okay. They're just gonna swing here. Okay. Fair enough.
Acknowledged.
You
Oh no, my
know
bad,
your place.
we do have lethal. Good game.
It has been an engaging hunt.
Nice deck. Okay, we are up against First Breath, the War Hero. And they are on 50 card neutral deck. Which is kind of interesting. I'm gonna keep Legate Rika for potential value. I wonder if I play Legate Rika and then I play Supply Runner in the same lane as her, will that trigger the effect on this? Maybe. Okay, so yeah, this is just a dilemma deck.
Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
Cool with me. I wonder if they're doing anything with the Agrim's Workshop, because I do not enjoy that card.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Yeah, I'm just gonna play Legate Rika.
Trust her gut.
I'm gonna try and shift things over to the field lane. There's a Reflective Automaton. I think I want to kill as many of these as I can, in case they have Halls of the Dwemer.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I'm just gonna play Supply Runner.
How can I serve?
Get the value train rolling. Okay. I kind of want to play Disciple of the Mirror.
Welcome to the shadows.
Into the breach!
Draw a couple of cards, or one card at least. Necromancer's Amulet's good. And there's the Halls of the Dwemer. play
men.
General
On me.
Talius.
I live to serve.
There's workshop. See what they're gonna do. Yep. Makes sense. Gotta love it. I'm into... I played them in the wrong order.
Preparations have been made.
But it's fine. And they hit first rune prophecy. They're gonna crut, yeah. Okay.
Come on, come on, come on!
I have no patience for fools.
I'll scout ahead.
I don't care.
I'll scout ahead.
I'll keep that.
I'll bow to these provincial ambitions.
Standing by.
Good bit of life gain. Fair enough.
Chimera, spirit of the sky, guide us! Come on, come on, come on!
You will know
Cut them down!
No man can deny this.
I'm gonna play Martin Septim. I like having the extra magic at next turn. And it's potentially going to distract them. Yeah, I don't mind javelin and using a javelin on that. That's fine with me.
We make our stand for Cyrodiil!
Okay.
Cut them down!
It's fine.
At the ready.
I'm hoping they don't have a Dwarven Colossus. Okay. It's pretty good. It's also pretty good. Fair enough.
Go no further.
Well,
Your order, how can I serve?
play like that. Okay, so that's gonna keep us off lethal. Okay.
Acknowledged. I hear you. Standing by.
I'd love to draw a fresh start. I really want to kill them as quickly as possible, because the field is getting a little dangerous.
Cut them down. Cut them down.
Preparations have been made. At the ready.
Split my threats across both lanes. Fair enough.
I'll profit from your death.
Don't want to use Immolate Blast just yet. Okay. Are they gonna try and kill me? Doesn't look like it. Okay, they're gonna give that guard. Okay, well, there is a chance that we kill them with Immolating Blast. I'd love more cards. Please give me more cards. Okay. Okay, good game.
It has been
Go
an
no
engaging
further.
hunt.
That was a close one. That was a close one. I mean, I say that, I was on 30 life, but... Okay, we are up against Lady Murasaki, the Forgotten Hero. And they are on a 50 card archer deck. I like all of this.
The Black Hand sees all.
Okay. Turn 1 Unglim is pretty good for them.
I'll find you the finest recruits in Cyrodiil.
I'm gonna play this
For the
next
Black
turn.
Hand.
If I fall, the hiss will be me.
Well, that's unfortunate. No execute.
Training is
Play
over.
this,
It's
then we
time
can
to act.
ring out an Imperial reinforcements over here.
Death will be swift.
Yeah. Cool.
Your order. How can I serve?
You know, in an original iteration of this deck, they're on skeevers.
Your death will be swift.
In an original iteration of this deck, I was actually running
Acknowledged. I hear and obey.
Journey's
Into
Summon
the
Guard,
breach.
because I just thought it
Into
would
the
be
breach.
hilarious to have 6/6 Imperial Grunts in the deck. That's good. I'm fine with that. Because I just wanted to
Feel the Night Mother's love.
They won't
empty
even
this
see
lane
my
a bit
blade coming.
before I played strategic deployment.
Acknowledged. Standing by. For the Black Hand.
Meet your doom.
If I fall, the hiss will
I'm sure I don't have any idea who took the
Cereal.
walk in the shadows. Wait.
It's pretty cool. We can't trigger this. Don't want to
Cut
immolate
them down.
blast.
Cut them down.
Yeah. Gonna execute
Cut
this.
them down. Cut them down.
I can get a bit of serial value.
No hard feelings, right?
Skeever infestation. It's pretty funny.
It's too easy.
Spoils of war. I think it's just Emperor's Blade over here. They probably have something that can kill this. Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate. He's done.
No
Kinda
hard
sucks.
feelings, right? Reach your doom.
Please, yeah, play more stuff.
I'll scout ahead.
Just gonna kill that. I know we're gonna take a bunch of damage, but accumulating blast next
No
time.
hard feelings, right? Meet your doom.
Cool. And I'm gonna ring out
At the ready.
Emperor's Blade. Hopefully gain a bit of health. Okay.
We are no challenge for the Kashid.
Preparations have been made.
How can I serve? Your orders.
Well, that keeps us alive. I wonder if they run Rage in this
I
deck.
do not fear death.
Okay. We're in siege weapons.
What
So
are
it's
we
that
going
kind of deck.
after? What are we going after?
Dawn's Wrath, I would not mind right now. But, do I edict this? Seems like a bit of a waste. Can edict this? Maybe? Or I could just play both of these. Gonna play this.
Welcome, child. May Akatosh keep you ever close.
How much damage are they gonna have? 2, 5, 8. Okay.
Time to run!
I'll profit from your death.
So we're not dead just yet. Although we're closer than I'd like to be.
Think it's worth dying for. Think it's worth dying
They might just kill us. Well, we're not dead just yet. Okay. That's pretty good.
Come on, come on, come on!
I am the chosen of
I hear and
Akatosh.
obey.
You are
No.
And gonna play this.
I hear and obey.
Should have really played Divine Fervor first. But
They dare face the Blade Mistress of Valenwood?
okay.
We must protect our stronghold.
Well, I'm not too worried. Because I do have 2 fresh starts in hand. And this. What do I kill? They have 3, 4, 5 damage.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Again, we might just be dead.
For Valenwood!
Although... Okay. Cliviathon is pretty good. But I also like
The
this.
warrior knows to trust her guts. I'll whip them into shape.
Okay, so we either win or we lose. Looking for things to kill us. Looking for more things to kill us. Okay. Good game.
It has been an
hear and
engaging
obey.
hunt. You fight like a child!
That was pretty fun. Okay, we are up against this or Svis, the Daedric Master. They are on a 50-card Spellsword deck. Gonna keep both of these, kind of like Mundus Nun. See what they're doing. Probably Factotums, because that's the most common Spellsword archetype these days. But you never know. I'm not going to use the ring, because we don't really have anything. So this is hand buff Spellsword. Just going to execute that. Jaws of Oblivion was actually...
No matter what.
Okay. I'm gonna play this because I can play
How can I serve?
Divine Fervor next turn. Which seems pretty good.
Nice try.
I smell the stench of the living.
That's pretty good. It's gonna eat a few of our guys.
Chimera spirit of the sky, guide us into the breach.
Still leaves us with one though,
Into the breach.
which I do like, because it's pretty good for triggering our effects that proc if we have a creature in both lanes. What are they actually doing?
Taste my steel.
East Empire Crafter? Singleton maybe? I'm gonna do...
Training to the breach. It's time to act.
I'm gonna contest. So that we can maybe...
Looking for trouble, you'll find it.
Yeah, I don't mind javelin
Die
in
like
that, honestly. Yeah, cool.
You can't defeat me.
I know it's not the most exciting javelin target, but it would probably be a
Chimera spirit of the sky, guide
bit of
us.
a
I
problem.
smell the stench of the living.
Chimera spirit of the
I'll
sky,
see
guide
you
us.
dead.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it against our deck. So it's not Singleton.
Chimera spirit of the sky, guide us.
Okay.
You can't defeat me.
Playing Martin Septim over here. So that we can turn on our Dread Mage. God's pretty good. Alright.
The odds, the sweeter the victory.
Okay. So
Nothing
Empire
like a good battle.
Red Mage doesn't actually do a whole lot for us, unfortunately. This will go down to a 2-2. That doesn't really do it.
Be gone or forfeit.
Guess I do this.
We make our stand!
Another card.
See you dead.
Which one of these are they gonna kill? Oh, they got Cavalry. It's pretty good for them.
You leave me no choice.
I don't really want to go face.
I'll break your spirit.
Because we're a bit
Ready.
low on resources right now.
I'll find the finest recruits in suit.
I'm gonna play that in the hopes that we can trigger
Go
supply
no
on
further.
that. Really?
We'll hold no matter what.
Oh right, that makes sense.
Training is over.
Well, we've got
time.
Dawn's Wrath if things are going pear-shaped. Which they kind of are.
How
But
can I serve?
yeah, I think I just Pilfer and then Dawn's Wrath.
Feel the might of the Empire!
Do I want to get...
Standing by.
Dawn's Wrath will leave me with 4. So I think I just play this. Oh my gosh.
This one is
That's
embarrassed.
the second time I've done that. That's just
For the Emperor.
keep forgetting that I haven't won this turn.
No quarter.
I just want a chance to prove myself.
Oof.
Go no further.
I hear and obey.
Well, if we have another Dawn's Wrath, that would be pretty cool. I'm just gonna play
How
these.
can I serve?
Hopefully one of them gets charge. It
Into
does.
the breach.
That's pretty good. And I'm gonna play my Priest of the Air.
Protect us!
I'll find the finest recruits in suit.
Gonna play Defensive Rumor. Surprised they haven't removed any of our supports yet. Really? Okay.
I hear and obey.
Leave nothing.
Acknowledged. Into the breach.
So a javelin here keeps them alive. So does that, I
Feel
guess.
the might of the Empire!
So I'm hoping to get charge
Time to run!
on these.
Time to run!
Cool, good game.
It has been an engaging
Come
hunt.
on!
Nice. Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Appreciate you sticking around for this long. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or shoot me a message on Discord. I'm pretty active in the Elder Scrolls Legends Discord server. If you enjoyed, then please consider watching another video. I'd really appreciate that. So see you on the ladder.